and welcome to Love Birdie. On this channel, my focus is for self-love and kindness and healing. So many of us go through things in life that's challenging to get through, right? And so my goal here is to give us some guidance from our spirits, angels, ancestors, guides, and just give us some positive messages so that we can start that healing journey or exciting new endeavor that's right around the corner, whatever it might be. So let's see, spirit, angels, guides, ancestors, all of loving light. What do we have to say today? Thank you, spirit. Okay, so we first have a higher view. All right, oh, you probably can't see that. Let me put it here and see if you can see that a little bit better. Okay, what else, spirit? What else do you have for us? Oh, there we go. Body and soul. Spirit, what else do you have for us today? Any other messages from the Seven Energies Oracle? What other message do you have for us, spirit? Whoa. Okay. Thank you, spirit. That's a lot. Let me hop down here and grab these. That's quite a few, but I'll go ahead and take it. Why not? Spirit's feeling overly excited today. Okay. So we first have a higher view, body and soul, sacred reverence, beyond the ordinary, spirit of gratitude, and perfect harmony, endless possibilities, open into discovery, and a burst of magic. Wow, if that could not say more than what I started off with, I don't know what could. So a higher view. I really see this just, and I am an intuitive reader here, so we can certainly look at the actual book with messages as well, but I'll first go through just my instinct of what I'm seeing here and the overall message. So higher view, really looking at things from a top-down perspective, not focused so much on the event and what happened, but more top down. Look down at the situation and see the big picture of what's happening. Body and soul, so taking care of the body and your soul, as well as sacred reverence. What do I see here? I see holding the key to your heart, cherishing that, not just giving it away, but really being careful about who you give your heart to. We'll see what the book says. Okay, then beyond the ordinary. I love this card. I love the images on all of these cards actually, but I just really can see how it's highlighting this person's unique attributes, so showing that you really have special gifts and talents. Okay, the spirit of gratitude. Making sure that we're showing gratitude for the things that we do have in our life, because we may not think something is all that great. You know, perhaps we're thinking we have this horrible week going on, and what else could go wrong, right? But there are others out there in the world that may have it a lot worse than we do. So taking just a moment to step back from a higher view and expressing the gratitude for the things that we do have in our life, and shifting that focus from the negative to the positive. In perfect harmony, And this is number 11 as well, one of my favorite numbers. You know, something else I'm seeing as I'm looking here, lots of fours. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Wow, lots of fours. 41 adds up to 5. There's a 5. That's another 11. If you add that, 9, 7. There's another 11. 7. Okay, so we have, a lot of 4s and 11s and a couple of 7s. Great, that's great numbers. Okay, in perfect harmony. I'm gonna have to look at the book on this one. I can't really tell you, but I do see how there's a heart down here in the bottom. I'll probably always notice hearts because that's my thing, hence the love birdie. But anyways, there's a heart in the bottom of this corner, and there's also lots of music just kind of flowing. So maybe it's kind of going with the flow, enjoying the beat of the everyday. They say, you know, well, I actually fully believe now that everything in life is energy. Everything is all vibrations and energy, right? And so if we think about music and vibrations, just kind of going with the flow, yeah, there are going to be some ups and some downs and some trials and tribulations that we have to go through, but staying in perfect harmony with the life, there will be the ups and downs. Endless possibilities, and I love how she's got stars above her head. You know, it's actually coming out of her third eye here. So meaning I can see wish fulfillment in this card. I can see just the potential of what you can accomplish if you truly take time to meditate and contemplate and think about your life from a bigger perspective, a higher view perspective. I'm telling you, meditation, oh goodness, it helped me so much. Saw things so much more clearly then. I'm not going to lie, I did not believe in God at all. In fact, I adamantly denied he existed. I'm actually embarrassed to say that now. But after a recent wake-up call, it was like I was smacked in the face. God thought, well, if you don't believe, I'm going to prove it to you. So I definitely believe now, and I am not here to shove it in anyone else's lap or their face. That's for each of you to find out for yourself, if you're already there or if you're not. But I will tell you, once you experience the magic, and this card makes me think of that, the stars, out of her third eye, once you experience the magic, the true magic of life's ups and downs, you have a different take on it. You are looking at it from a higher view. And it doesn't seem as debilitating as it once did. It was extremely healing for me. Opening to discovery. All right, there we go. Endless possibilities and opening to discovery. There's also a key on this one and lots of stars. You can see this is I don't know if you can see it or not. Here we go. Keyhole there. So it's like you have a key to the universe if you'll just use it. If you'll just take a moment to explore that there really is a world bigger than the one we see on the physical realm. And a burst of magic. Wow, I'm not kidding, these cards couldn't go more together. A burst of magic. And again, she has stars on her head. And oops, there we go. She's got stars on her head, and she's coming out of a flower. I'm just so humbled. I mean, honestly, I don't even know what to say on this video. I just know that finding the, I guess maybe it's the secret, the magic of the universe and what really exists versus what most of us thought or think exists. Wow. Once you have that key to what truly is, it changes everything beyond the ordinary. You begin to express gratitude towards spirit and the things that you do have in your life, and even the lessons, the roller coaster rides that we go on sometimes when, it's just feels like our world sometimes too, world comes shattering down on us. Suddenly we see the gratitude in it because we see that it took us to somewhere greater, to somewhere better, that we're stronger, we're in a better relationship, or we're whatever the case might be, right? And there is a perfect harmony to that. So you will have ups and downs. I mean, we all know everything in life can't be perfect all the time, right? I mean, surely. And then endless possibilities. There are endless possibilities if you're open to discovering them. And the burst of magic. Wow. I couldn't have said this better. I probably didn't explain it very well in the beginning, but as I sat here with the cards and talking to you for a moment, it all came together for me. And I didn't mention, I'm studying numerology a little bit. I don't know it in depth by any means at this point, so I can't give you great detail, but I do know 11 is a highly spiritual number. So it's interesting that there are so many 11s when you look at this. And you may not have realized, but in numerology, when you have a double digit number like this, you break it down to a single digit. So this 4 and 7, you would take 4 plus 7, which is your 11. And 11 is one of the two numbers that you don't break down. 11 and 22. You don't break those down. They're highly spiritual numbers. So just a small little insight into numerology, about as much as I can tell you. I have these charms that I really like as well. I will pull just a couple here and see what messages the charms can tell us. Sometimes I have to look up and see what does the charm symbolize. But we'll see if we can figure these out. All right, what do we have? Oh, goodness. See, Spirit's with us. This is, good. Let me get a little closer here so maybe you can see it. See, yep, an angel. And going back up, star. Wow. An angel and a star. What were we just talking about? Spirit never ceases to amaze me these days. Everywhere I turn, I have messages and guidance. So I strongly encourage anyone that's struggling, start praying or meditating or just taking that time to go within. And I think you'll be surprised at how much help there is for you and how much guidance. Okay, let's see. I've got lots of decks here. Which one do I want to get out? how about, I like to use this. This is words of affirmation. I think everything in here is positive. I've never come across the negative card yet, but I like to pull one every day or once a week. I usually pull one every day, but let's pull a word of affirmation card. There we go. Thank you, Spirit. It says, don't be afraid of the solitude that comes from raising your standards. I only allow positive people that want the best for me into my life. Wow. Yes, this is a lot. I have spent a lot of alone time lately, but going within has been incredibly healing. I mean, I'm still on my journey, but at some point, maybe I'll share a little bit more about my journey and what that's looked like. For now, I'm not sure I'm quite ready to talk about all of it, but I can certainly help guide others the way that I've been guided. And how about, we'll do two more cards. We'll do two more decks. So this one here is an Angel Answers deck. So how about think of a question that you have. Maybe it's, am I ever going to start feeling better? Or, whatever your question is. Or is my special person going to come back? Or whatever your question is. Think of a question, and I will pull an Angel Answers card for it. Sorry. I will do, three Angel Answers. So think of your question, and then think of if you want number 1, 2, or 3. And then I'll show you what answer the angels gave you for your particular question. All right, so let me shuffle these again. Angels, spirits, guides, ancestors, if you could please give me 3 angel answers for the questions of the collective. 3 angel answers, please. Oh, I almost flipped them over to show you. I don't want to show you just yet. Okay, so again, pick number 1, 2, or 3. Number 1, your angel answer is don't stop. Okay, whatever you're doing, don't stop because it's working. I like how this angel, it's almost like the wings on the angel are rainbow, and there's a rainbow over the angel's head. Can you see that? Oh, my light's reflecting, there we go. So don't stop. Okay, whoever picked the second angel answer, it's wait. Okay, so maybe you need to spend a little bit more time contemplating or pondering on what you'd like to do. And whoever picked number 3, your angel answer is compromise. Okay, so maybe there's a compromise out there. Maybe you're working with a friend or a partner, and perhaps you can take a higher view, look at it, and see where the compromise lies. Okay, one final card. I feel like this has been a really long video, I'm not real sure, but it's the Sacred Rebels Oracle by Alana Fairchild. I love this deck, seriously. Well, there's lots of decks I love, but this one, the imagery, in my opinion, is fantastic. I mean, fantastic, wonderful. Okay, I did pre-shuffle, but I'm gonna shuffle a little bit more. Angels and spirits and guides, please give me a Sacred Rebels Oracle today for the collective watching. What is something that we can work on? What guidance do you have for us? Okay, looks like 3 cards. So we'll go ahead and take all 3. I was only looking to take, 4 cards. They're surprising me. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. I appreciate that. Truly grateful. Let's look at the 4 cards they gave us. What do you feel? Relax, the hold of darkness, and be at cause. Power of attraction. Here, I'm going to scoot this a little bit. And after the storm. Okay. So, what do you feel? In this card, I can just really see that she's pondering. So she's actually taking some time to think about it. Instead of knee-jerk reaction, really taking some time to weigh out the situation. She's balancing, weigh out the situation for what it is. And I'll read a couple of the meanings here in a moment. They're pretty long, so I won't read all 4, but I'll pick a couple of them to read. Relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. This goes with what we're talking about as well. It seems like everything all around her is very, very dark, but she's inside this protective shield and looking up towards Spirit for guidance, perhaps. I love that. She's truly protected in this image. Okay, power of attraction. So one thing that I have learned a lot about as I've been going through my healing journey is that, as I mentioned before, everything's energy and vibration. So when we're down in the dumps and we're really struggling, we're vibrating really low, and that attracts other low vibration experiences or people. So by starting to heal, that raises our vibration and it begins to attract more positive things to our life. So it really, really is important that we heal. You know, I think if any of you have watched my earlier video, you'll see that I didn't heal things in my life. I just kind of brushed it aside, and I just went from one earthquake to another for several years. Well, many, most of my life. So I'm really finding now that as I heal, I start to attract better things to my life. Just naturally. I mean, that's just what happens when you're at a higher vibration level. And then after the storm. Okay, let me see if I can look at this card for a second and see what I'm feeling. It's almost like a Rubik's Cube on the bottom of the image. I don't know what to call that. It's probably an actual symbol of some sort. I just don't know what it is. Okay, well, we'll read that one for sure because I don't know what to make of it at all. I know owls are very special, so maybe it has something to do with that. Okay. So we're reading about after the storm. After the storm, there's a thunderstorm about. It is either headed your way or just passing through now. Don't make a thunderstorm mean more than it is. You don't have to fear it. You might even feel excitement about it. After all, a thunderstorm is just nature's way of gathering energy together that needs to be released. With a release of tension, relief and freedom soon follow, often with a fresh perspective and perhaps the gift of a promising, hopeful vision for your future. Perhaps the particular storm building within you or around you is causing you to quake in your boots. It might be a storm of building emotions, threatening to erupt, or already exploding, seemingly beyond your conscious control. You might feel an uncomfortable sense of emotional or psychological pressure within, and if something doesn't happen, and soon, you fear you might just burst. You may also sense that these are forces operating beyond your control, and you would be right. There is in life and in the creative process a need to allow for wild storms. There will be those precious moments of peace beforehand, and the release and the revitalization that follows, yet the storm in the middle is essential. It is a natural part of the creative process. Without this building and releasing of energy, we would suffer from boredom and stagnancy. You may prefer the excitement of the storm or the fresh, open feeling that accompanies its clearing. You may find it comforting to be faced with the power of something in which you can only participate rather than control. Either way, the storm wisdom offers you the gift of bringing things to a head and clearing them away, so the energy can be freed from a pattern that has had its day and is ready to become something new. Sometimes the pressures fuel the storms of our lives. Sometimes the pressures that fuel the storms of our lives have been building up for a long time without us being fully aware of it. It might be pressure from our own minds, creating unnecessary burdens upon us, such as burdens of fear or self-doubt. It could be pressure to appear a certain way or to fight against life out of mistaken belief that this is necessary for survival. Sometimes the pressure is a little more than the impossible dream of perfection and a need to gently or even with great dramatic flourish cast that aside so that you can dare to be what you are and create from your heart. Even if you are not sure what the storm's about, don't lose confidence in your ability to successfully bear its progression until you are safely at the other side of the experience. Even amongst the chaos of change and in moments of anxiety, know that you have so much light and trust in your heart that you can see the storm is but a passing process and nothing that you need to worry about. So I like to look at that, the higher view, looking at it from a higher view. And where'd that card go? That you're safe. You're safe. It's just something that's happening on the outside to shake things up a bit. If you can't sense the storm yet, this oracle is pertinent for you. The storm is coming, and you can, if you wish, feel the beautiful, exhilarating gift of it as you are empowered to cast aside what has been and receive the gift of a fresh, new take on things. Your confidence is to remain intact. Whatever is happening or soon will happen in your life, this storm of sorts is transformational and supportive of your growth. It is going to clear away cobwebs and free you, open you to new creative energy and life. Remember, there can be no rainbows without a little rain. This oracle is also confirmation that if you have been praying for help, your prayers have been heard, and the great creative intelligence of our universe is responding to you, stepping in and shaking up so that solutions can be sorted out according to a greater wisdom. So let go, hold on to your inner self, and allow everything else to be cleansed in the sacred storm. So that's self-love, so important. And it does give a healing process. The healing process, find a place where you can be alone and have some privacy, either inside or perhaps out in nature. When you're ready, repeat the following, where possible with your arms up and open to the sky. Storms so wild, storms of grace, I call your blessing into my heart now. May I release and let go. May I be revitalized and grow. I open up my heart to you now. Storms of grace, I stand my ground as I allow your magic to cleanse and surround. Any outgrown energy which I no longer need, anything which will sap or deplete rather than feed. Storms of grace, merciful earth, with your help I experience rebirth. When you have completed your declaration, simply place your hands in at your heart and close your eyes for a moment. Breathe in and out and be aware of yourself, what you feel and what is happening in your body from the top of your head to the soles of your feet. Then say, through divine creative genius, this is now so. And you've completed your healing process. So I know you don't have the book with you, but what I have found is you don't have to say it verbatim, of course. You say it in your own authentic voice. It's just giving you a suggestion of how to look at it. Some of us maybe have already experienced the storm, or perhaps you're going through it now. Or if you haven't, it may be coming. So using that mindset to prepare for the storm. And I am proof that that is true. Very true. Very true. Well, these are quite long, so I won't read the others at this time. Next time we'll read some more. Thank you for watching, and please comment below if you have any questions or things that you'd like to add. And also, please like and subscribe for future videos. Thank you.